Going back to Maginhawa Street in Quezon City felt like a trip down memory lane. Years ago, living nearby meant easy access to one of the best food trip spots in the metro. Almost all my favorite food adventures happen here. Unique finds, affordable eats, and an endless list of treasures to try. Revisiting this street brought back so many memories of casual hangouts, spontaneous food crawls, and discovering hidden gems. Whether it's classic comfort food or quirky, one-of-a-kind dishes, Maginhawa never disappoints. After years, I'm finally back. This time, I decided to check out Ramyeon Bar and Restaurant, a spot I've been hearing a lot about. Excited to see if it lives up to the hype. Let's dive into the flavors, the vibes, and the nostalgia of Maginhawa's ever-evolving food. As soon as you enter the restaurant, the display room is the first thing that catches your eye. A wall filled with noodle options, setting the stage for an exciting and personalized ramen feast. Ramyeon Bar is a haven for ramen lovers, as seen on their display wall. You can pick from a variety of noodles to kickstart your food trip adventure. With prices starting at just 200 pesos, you can customize your bowl and enjoy a unique ramen experience. I went for their spicy noodles since I super enjoy spicy food depending on my mood. After selecting your noodles, you can grab a tray, pot, utensils, and chopsticks from the station next to the giant noodle wall. Such a cute and creative concept. Once you've gathered your utensils and cooking essentials, move a little further and you will find a variety of Korean add-ons to enhance your ramyeon experience. You can choose based on your preference, but each add-on comes at an additional cost. The prices are already displayed, so just check them before selecting. Near the Korean ice cream section, they also offered cheeses, which I got to try for the first time. The watermelon flavor was incredibly tasty and refreshing. Once you've picked everything, head to the counter to pay. Don't forget to include the 60 pesos cooking service fee so you can enjoy making your own DIY ramen at their designated cooking area. Their K-pop beats and cozy interiors make you feel like you're in a trendy Seoul street food spot. The walls are lined with shelves stocked with different brands of ramen. The seating is comfortable, ready for your DIY ramen experience. This is a cooking area where you can prepare your chosen DIY ramen individually. First, press the water button, then add your noodles and selected add-ons. Stir everything together and let it cook for at least 3 minutes. When there's about 1 minute left, add the egg and you are all set. This is their dedicated cooking area where you get to prepare your DIY ramen, making the experience even more enjoyable and interactive. Each person can cook individually, ensuring that their bowl of ramen is made exactly to their preference. To begin, place your pot on the induction stove and press the water button, which will dispense the perfect amount of hot water needed for cooking your noodles. Once the water is added, carefully place your chosen noodles into the pot. If you've picked any extra add-ons such as vegetables, fish cakes, sausages, mushrooms, cheese, or other Korean toppings, now is the time to add them. Stir everything together gently to make sure the ingredients blend well with the broth as they cook. Let the noodles simmer for at least 3 minutes, allowing them to soften and absorb the flavors of the broth and toppings. At this stage, you will notice the aroma becoming richer and more inviting. When there's about 1 minute left, it's time to add the egg. You can either crack it directly into the broth for a poach effect or beat it beforehand for a more even texture throughout the soup. The heat from the broth will cook the egg perfectly, adding a creamy and silky touch to your ramen. Once the final minute is up, give your soup one last stir, ensuring everything is evenly mixed and fully cooked. And just like that, your DIY ramen is ready to enjoy. Now, all that's left to do is grab your chopsticks, take a sip of the flavored broth, and savor the deliciousness of your personalized ramen creation. Along with our ramen, we also ordered their giant bingsu, generously topped with refreshing iced fruits. So what are we waiting for? Let's dive into our DIY ramen experience. As we sat down with our trays filled with everything we needed, excitement kicked in. The idea of making our own ramen just the way we wanted made the experience even more enjoyable. As I pick up my chopsticks, the aroma of the steaming hot broth filled the air, making my mouth water even more. The deep, rich scent of the spices and seasonings blended perfectly with the toppings I had chosen. I could already tell this was going to be a comforting and satisfying meal. I gave the noodles a gentle stir. The golden yolk from my soft-boiled eggs swirled slightly, adding a rich and creamy texture to the soup. My toppings, mushrooms, tteokbokki, and some extra spice floated around, soaking up all the delicious flavors. Lifting a portion of noodles with my chopsticks, I took a moment to appreciate their texture. They were soft but had just the right amount of chewiness. As I took my first bite, the warmth of the broth coated my tongue, followed by a kick of spice that slowly built up. Oh wow, this is so good. The broth was exactly how I like it, deep, umami rich, and slightly spicy, with a hint of creaminess from the egg and other add-ons. Each sip felt like a warm hug, especially on a day like this when I was craving something hearty and flavorful. It had absorbed the flavors beautifully, giving it an extra depth that made it even more delicious. The whole DIY ramen experience wasn't just about eating, it was about creating something unique to my taste, experimenting with flavors, and truly enjoying the process. It made the meal feel more personal, and honestly, it was one of the most satisfying bowls of ramen I had ever had. After the hot and spicy ramen, it was time to go down with Bingsu. When it arrived, I just stared. Did I accidentally order a dessert meant for an entire village? It was massive, definitely not just for three people. I took a spoonful of the fluffy shaved ice and it melted instantly, so light and refreshing. The ice melon and watermelon were sweet and juicy, while the popping boba added a fun, fruity burst after the bold, spicy kick of the ramyun. This was the perfect way to reset my taste buds. The contrast between fire and ice made the experience even more satisfying. This food trip was a perfect mix of flavorful, fun, and creativity. The DIY ramen experience made the meal interactive, while the bingsu was a refreshing, larger-than-life surprise. Every bite, from the rich, spicy broth to the icy sweetness of dessert, was worth it. Would I do it again? Absolutely. See you on the next adventure, guys. Bye!